Hey everyone, this is Or from Wicked Cushions, and today I'm going to show you how to tell the difference between the Beats Studio headphones and the Beats Solo headphones. This is by far the #1 mistake we see customers make before buying their ear pads, and we're here to clear it out for you today. So let me move you to the top of the table and I'll show you what are the differences between each of those headphones. Alright, so let me start and show you the differences. In here I have the Beats Studio Wireless, also known as the Beats Studio 2. I have the Beats Solo 2 Wireless, and I also have the Beats Studio 3 Wireless. First, I will start with the most notable difference, which is the size. The red camo headphones are the Beats Studio 3 Wireless, and they are over-ear headphones, which means that the ear pad surrounds your ear. The rose gold headphones are the Beats Solo 2 Wireless, which are on-ear headphones and their ear pads sit on top of your ear. The Beats Studio ear pads are larger and oval shaped, while the Beats Solo ear pads are smaller and round. That is one way to tell the difference. Another way is by simply looking at the hinges of the headphone. With the Beats Studio 3 that I am holding right now, on one side the hinge is going to say Studio 3. On the other side it will say Wireless. With the Beats Studio Wireless, which are also known as the Beats Studio 2, one side will say Studio without any number attached to it, and the other side will say Wireless. You're probably asking yourself, why are they called the Beats Studio 2 then? The answer is simply because they were the second generation Beats Studio that Beats by Dre made. However, they never called it officially the Beats Studio 2. Now, there is another version for the Beats Studio 2 which does not have any wireless capabilities, basically called the Beats Studio Wired. On the hinges of the Beats Studio Wired, it is going to say the word Studio on both sides. Now let's move on to the Beats Solo 2 Wireless. On one side of the Beats Solo 2 Wireless, it's going to say Solo. On the other side, it's going to say Wireless. For the Beats Solo 3 Wireless, it is going to say Solo 3 on one side and Wireless on the other side. Now, there is another version of the Beats Solo 2 which is called the Beats Solo 2 Wired. On both sides of the wired version, it is going to say Solo. So what do you need to know if you're looking for ear pads? Both the Beats Solo 2 Wireless and the Beats Solo 3 Wireless share the same ear pad. However, the Beats Solo 2 Wired does not have the same ear pad. And the reason is because the Beats Solo 2 Wired does not have any USB charging port. Because of the charging port in the wireless versions, the right side ear pad is made in a specific way to accommodate for that port. And if you install the wireless cushion on the wired version, there will be a major gap where the sound is going to leak from. On the Beats Solo 2 Wireless and the Beats Studio 2 Wired and Wireless, there is another way to know which model you have. If you extend the hinge on the right side of each of these headphones, the model number should be written on the inside. For the Solo 2 Wireless, it's going to be B0534. For the Studio 2 Wired, it's going to be B0500. And for the Studio 2 Wireless, it will be B0501. Now, what do you need to know about all of this if you're buying ear pads? If you're searching for replacement ear pads for Beats Studio, just know that the Beats Studio Wired and Beats Studio Wireless are also referred to as the Beats Studio 2. The Beats Studio 2 and the Beats Studio 3 share the same exact ear pad, which is unique only to these headphones. For the Beats Solo, know that the Beats Solo 2 Wireless and the Beats Solo 3 Wireless share the same exact ear pad, and the ear pad is unique to these models only. Do not buy a wireless ear pad if you have the Beats Solo 2 wired version. And lastly, just know that none of the ear pads that fit these models are going to fit any other Beats by Dre models. I hope that this video was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you.